Okay, guys, good afternoon. And just want to say welcome to another Sunday afternoon, another program of Together We Rise Building Our Nation. And tonight, I'm so pleased to have with us here Mr. Walford Stewart, past player, St. Elizabeth Technical High School, big baller.
Yes, sir.
Also, as you can see the man bring out him cap, the STETHS coach in living colors,
Thanks
Mr.
for having me.
Omar Weatherbrown, aka Rambo. So
Long
Wally,
time.
we just want to say welcome to the platform. Welcome, Mr. Omar.
Thanks for having me, boss. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, we can't wait
Rambo,
for
you better put that, the one side now, because we not see your eye. All right, yeah, cut out the light. We're good. All right, Rambo, you know what? I'm gonna start this interview with you, because you're sitting at the hot seat already. You know the early out.
Right.
So, all right. So we're gonna start quickly with this season, 2021 football season for schoolboy. Just give us an overview, quickly how you guys managed to get these things started when we were basically struggling if we're gonna have a start. Just tell us quickly.
Well, in a nutshell, good night to everybody who check in. You don't know anything, say. Well, in a nutshell, a lot of planning. It take a whole lot of planning, both from the piece of people and the school itself, from admin staff to principal to coaches, the players. Because at the end of the day, you cannot really tell a parent say your child must be vaccinated. You have to talk them into the concept and then from there, we take it. So that was the first challenge for us to really get the parents to buy into the concept to get the kids vaccine. Because I know here in Jamaica, I hear a lot of stuff about the vaccine. And from we take that route, and I was actually off the island when I get back here. Out of 29 students, I come back and say 26 vaccine. And at that time and that moment, I have to make my mind up as the coach to go and get vaccinated too. So I really do it for the boys, I really do it for the parish, I really do it for the school and also myself and family. So that was the biggest challenge leading into this year competition for me.
All right. So we're just gonna ask you the biggest question of the season. States Monroe, we know the rivalry, and we know already what is happening. We know the rivalry between
Yes.
these two schools, States and Monroe. You are States basically lost a game against Monroe at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Tell us about that game.
Well, honestly, I don't get over that game as it. But it is the past and we're looking forward. But who live that rivalry understand it. And, some of this, it's a hearing, and
Sorry about that. So really and truly, I just want to know what went wrong, really, in it, because I know as a coach you have a plan. What went wrong?
well, honestly, I think if I should be a low marks on that game,
Go on, talk, Rambo.
So, Wally, any question for Rambo while he's here? I have two more questions for him. Sorry about that.
Like, if you finish answer the question, Rambo, because I definitely want to hear too.
yeah, any low marks I could get the boys for that game. It was the goal scoring part of it. Obviously, we never have our goal scoring boot on. We never have our goal scoring eye. at that day we never have the mind to really score. You know, it really take us a long time before we really get a ball in the back. You know, but differently, differently our game plan work out to somewhat, not 100% because if it was if it was 5 more minutes in the game, we could say we would win. But guess what? It's only 90 minutes. So we have to talk about the 90 minutes. So, you know, we really come out with a banging headache of that match, you know. Right now, I don't recover yet from that game, but I just have to try and brush it behind each time and think about the next game ahead.
So I know you say you don't recover from the game, but really and truly, could you just tell us what was going through the mind of the coach and the management team when you guys realized that you lose against Monroe? You know the entire STETHS followers and watch them and look and them and work on this result. I'm not be faced with. Wow.
I cannot find words to really tell you about that feeling because, as I said before, I'm still recovering. So it's really hard now to come and say a one word or two word and that will cover for what take place on that day, you know. But it's what it is for now, you know. We are looking forward. We want to do good for the parish and for the school, you know, and the parents and the boys. So we are still pushing on forward, you know. We just have to leave that game for what it was at the time.
All right, Rambo. Next question. So now with Monroe, did they do anything strategically? Anything strategically?
Well,
that basically, you know, you never expect them to do it, but them just do something different in that game.
I don't even know how to tell us it. Because it was I would say they stick to the game plan. Just hang around, and if we leave ourselves careless, they capitalize on it. So, you know, no disrespect. I'm not saying they didn't come with a game plan, but if I should really pinpoint out a moment and say, all right, this is the game plan, I think I just mentioned it a while ago.
All right, Wally, you have your go at Rambo, you know.
Rambo is a genius, you know. You know, first I wanna recognize that I realize Rambo, correct me if I'm wrong, Rambo probably been around the team since, I won't say a day, but definitely before 99. You know, whether it be playing, supporting the team. Rambo actually coached me when I was playing. Rambo was there with us just the same, you know. So, and a lot of coaches today are successful because of their love for the game and their love for, you know, the players, the fans, you know, and this is why a lot of team win. So us falling against Monroe is not the ideal, it's not what we wanted, but it does happen. The ball is round, you know. The only question I would ask Rambo, which I know a lot of people want to know, is that team better than us? Is that Monroe team better than the STETHS team? Or how would you, you know, describe that team on the day versus STETHS on the day?
Well, honestly, you know, Ali, I would say they get the better of us on the day. You understand? I don't know if we should play tomorrow again if they will be laughing, you know.
Right.
I like to laugh and I like to laugh loud. And the difference with we know, as I say, I don't even like talk about this game, you know, because we have more games ahead. But the forum is fight right now, so we can elaborate on it a little bit. As I say, honestly, when I look at a game, 16 corner to 1, that basically show domination. You're talking about 14 shot to 2. But the end of the day, stats don't win game.
Right.
You understand? And we all know that. It's the ball that hit the back of the net, inside past the keeper between the two posts come. And on the day, Monroe was the best team doing that at the day because they actually score 2, we score 1. So we have to give them the props, and they do that better than us on the day because the stats have nothing to do with the goal scoring.
Makes sense, and I understood that from the get go, but I think a lot of people don't understand what the I didn't for a second like what the structure is for the league this year as it's been affected by
All
the
right.
virus and the whole thing. So
It's a
you know,
different it's a
yeah,
different
just
setting this
elaborate
year.
on that so viewers can know, like
Yeah.
what's going
It's a
on. Yeah.
different settings this year. This year, prior to previous year, you have less less team playing. So the format is a one-way play. However, we don't have the numbers in our group like other groups. So we have a playoff at the end of the group. So as it is now, Monroe finished first, we finished second, BB Cope third, Lacova fourth. So the first playoff will be first playing against fourth. So that is Monroe playing against Lacova. And the second playoff will be STETHS playing against BB Cope. And the thing about this now that is very tricky, all the points bring forward. So each time you play the point up to the previous points that you have. You understand? Because the playoff is not different. It's just for we to get the amount of game that the other groups are getting. So
Makes
they
sense.
put it in that format. Because as it is now, our group will finish from Saturday if we never have this playoff.
Right.
Meanwhile, other group have 2 games remaining, just like us now. So the playoff is suitable for match fitness and things like that and match preparation. You need all of those stuff to really go in the next part of the next phase of the competition. So it's extra and it's an extra in every way. It's an extra point, it's an extra goal, it's an extra game, it's an extra preparation, both mental and physical and tactical. So as it is, we are really waiting for that moment, to really come to really birth ourselves in the quarterfinal. Not gonna be easy, but such is life.
Okay, Rambo. So we know you outline a few things, but just tell us really how do we turn the tables for this second half? Any game plan changes or anything, or the approach.
Yeah, because what it is now, you play against every team in the zone already. So you have to do a bit of tweaking to really play the second game. Not your game plan can be different at the time. Your whole technical approach can be different. A lot of stuff we can work on leading up to the next 2 games because I say everybody played other already, and it is those who want it more right now.
Right.
Normal and regular talk in Jamaica is just dog name dog right now.
All right. Final question from me, Rambo. Could you give us an update on the fitness and basically, and if there's any injuries in the camp that we need to worry about in terms of your team?
Well, fitness, you would have to watch the game and then you analyze and you really say what you want to say because I cannot tell you that the players are fit. Suppose you interpret fitness different from how I interpret it. So fitness is about who really see the team play. And as I know, injury, yes, they're gonna have little knocks here and there. Yeah, but nothing that we cannot do without. There's some little thing, nothing really major at the moment. So we thank God for that too. We are really here and willing to fight and don't have any soldier that we have to leave out of the battle.
All right, that's it for me for now. So when I put you under much more pressure, because we have a whole season ahead and we really want to wish you all the best going forward. Really want to take home that championship. You know, just so you know, you have the past student support all the way. We know you can do it. Even though we may get that little early beat, we rather it early than later in the season. So we use that, as a lesson going forward. I allow Mr. Wally B to wrap up the last part with you. You know, as a baller, I know him probably have high expectations.
I would like
Rambo,
to give you a story about Wally before you start. 1 minute, Wally. You know, Wally gets suspension from the team. And we have Monroe to play, and Brooks look and say, boy, Rambo, we don't nobody to play up on the left side. And I say, yeah, man. He say, who? I say, play at the yard. He say, which player that? I say, no, Wally, we are suspense. So I say, oh, Wally, I go play left side with Wally play central midfield. I say, Brooks, Wally, I brightest player on the team. Every time Wally, less than 1 minute, Wally process anything you can ask him to do. And believe me, that day, all he said to Wally, just play like you play central midfield. Control and pass, and when they can go forward, they go forward. And he will tell you the rest of the game.
Game was a success, man. I mean, the game is universal, you know. You build a lot of relationship through soccer, you know, and you learn yourself through the game too. So, you know, that day was special because then, you know, the coaches really get to see a different side of me than just a typical central midfield player, but more of an all-rounded player, you know, and that was good. But Rambo, we now put you under no pressure. We never like losing against Monroe, no matter what it is. But you know, as everybody knows, STETHS and Monroe always show up on that day. The ball is rolling.
Yeah.
Anything happens, you know, they beat me once. We got a 1-0 up by their home. So I know how that is, you know, but getting that defeat is always good for the team, trust me, because now you see how the spectators kind of shun you. You see how you're not so popular on campus anymore. So you never want that feeling again, no? So it's a good thing, you know, whomever is watching and whomever is gonna see this conversation. I just want you to know that, you know, that was it was good. It happened, it's over, you know, and as a team, you know, we're being playing under Rambo's you know, coaching. It's only going up from here. So not really have no question for Rambo. We see eye to eye, we understand each other. So, you know, the ball is run and just know so the team are do what them need to do. The coach are do what they need to do. But the other team are do what them need to do too. And it's back at the ball around, you know. So just gonna leave it at that.
All right, Rambo, thank you for taking the time out to join us here, you know, on this big day with Sir Walford Stewart. So, guys, I just want you all to know that, you know, Rambo was a special guest on here tonight, but the man who is sitting in front of us, Sir Wally B, who have graduated from the schoolboy football as a legend, as Rambo would just say a while ago, great player, know the game, smart, you know, who have graduated from the schoolboy level, but now, you know, he have moved on, but still with football in his heart, as I can see, even the St. Elizabeth Technical High School wearing the Go Far on their chest. You know, that man is a brand CEO, you know, which is a big accomplishment. And know that he also have a battle support where he, as it says, support, you know, he offer scholarship or sponsor, you know, other students, you know, that mean that he's returning and giving back to the school, giving back to football. You know, we just really want to take this moment to welcome Mr. Walford Stewart Wally B to the program. Walford, just want to thank you, man, for showing up.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm always gonna show up, you know. I'm known for that. You call me, I'm gonna be there, you know. So thanks for having me. I'm here, ready and willing.
All right, Wally. So we're not gonna even waste no time, because you know we plan to talk football and then further on into them support and, you know, all of them other things, the CEO, you know, entrepreneurship and all that stuff. But really and truly, since we're on the football, we just want to know where the love for football came from early out.
You know, it's one of those things where, you know, and everybody, you know, people can relate to this. It's one of those things where you just find it. You know, I remember the first time I played soccer, I was in primary school. I went to the Santa Cruz College school. And we were just kicking around. We were older guys. I was in sixth grade at the time, and we were just playing around with the younger kids. And I realized, it was hard for them to get the ball from me. This is the first time I'm really playing around with it. It was hard for them to get the ball from me, and I was like, okay. So I was really surprising myself, after I did the exam and then I passed for STETHS. And Mr. Senior really like, a PE, everybody start out. Cricket, you probably can relate to this.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
it's PE that they're gonna find your talent or see that you have some ability, and then at STETHS being STETHS, they're gonna develop you at that point. So same thing in PE against my classmate. I stood out, and Mr. Senior being the person that he is, he's gonna hype you up. He's gonna take you to the next level. So I found myself being on the under 14 team immediately. I found myself very young being on the under 16 team, and then from there I got invited to the Essex Valley All Star team. I'm not sure if a lot of people know about that, but Alpart, they used to have a see someone typing it there.
Yeah, and Jermaine.
Yeah, so they used to have the Essex Valley All Star team that goes to Norway. So that was my first time traveling out of the country at age 13. And then I came back from that trip, I was immediately on the Dakar Cup team, 2003. So I played with the likes of Lovell Palmer, um, and some big names, Gang, just to name a few. Um, and then from there, I got a scholarship, and then I came to the United States. So I got a scholarship to the University of Maine at Fort Kent. Played 4 years there, national championship, national champion, and I also tried out with the Colorado Rapids here in the United States. I've been to a few professional combines, but them say I always get at a fork in the road, and that really decided my future for me, because then I had a choice to either go professional or, um, go out, find a job, and make life. I was here in the United States by myself, so I had to make that decision. Just so whatever accomplishment you have in Jamaica where soccer is concerned, it has no value here in the United States. So that was a wake up call for me. They didn't care if I played for the national team. I actually played on the under 17 national team in Jamaica. A lot of people might not know that, but I just kept that one quiet. Um, so yeah, so being over here, that didn't matter. They wanted me to start all over at PDL. Coming out of college, I needed to get paid. So, that's where I studied business. So that's where, entrepreneurship came in place. And I went straight into the workforce um, head on. So that's where soccer was paused for me. And then I took on entrepreneurship.
All right. Well, we're not gonna make you run so fast with it. So we're gonna bring you back, take us back now to the States days. Basically playing there at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Tell us the like of Nobel Palmer and so forth. To play with those guys, and have to be a good thing. But back there at States, would you just say quickly, even one of the team that you look forward to playing against, while you were playing schoolboy football?
To want to give Monroe no hype still but once you play, it's like cricket and homewood. You can relate to that. It's like the cricketers, they look towards homewood. For football, we look towards Monroe. Um, so for me though, I always was looking at the end goal. I wanted to win the Costa Cup. I wasn't worried about Monroe because that game was coming regardless. It's just like another game, the Lakovia, the Balaclava. It didn't matter to me. But I knew team wise, school wise, community wise, Monroe was the big deal. So we have to get ready for them. And it's a mental game. When all the other games are physical versus Monroe is mental. And I hope the current players now could hear me now. It's more about how mentally strong you are versus Monroe, because that's when everybody is gonna show up. All the supporters are gonna show up for that game. you're gonna feel the most pressure for that game. So, you know, to answer your question, definitely Monroe States. That's the game. People are gonna be in the trees. Cars are gonna be, you know, people gonna be tooting their horns. You know, the guy that was your fan, if you mess up, he's gonna curse you out. So you definitely have to look forward to that game and just be mentally, emotionally, physically ready for that game.
All right, thank you.
Especially if it's at States.
All right. Well, I'm glad to you call out Monroe. That's a game that you look forward to playing. So, all right, now. So now that we losing to Monroe, now and you're a past student, how this basically affect you? You know, and knowing the tradition over the past, I say 25 to 30 years. Just going back to my era, I can talk about because I leave States probably almost 25 years. But we know it's going on from in the 90s. I know others could speak further down, but I can't speak more than from the 90s onwards. But knowing that rich heritage, you know, soccer and Monroe and States, that traditional rivalry, how does that make you feel as a past player knowing that, boy, we just lose to Monroe? Just so.
It's a moment where you have to just get a little bit angry and hold on your head a little bit. But then you have to remember, say, I work on integrity and you have that pride, so you have to pick up back your head and, you know, and get going. But yes, it's one of those moments that, you know, you don't want to live, because I must tell you, I got a phone call immediately from a Monroe man, one of my friends, you know, and he's letting me know that I lost the game, you know, which I already knew. So definitely it's not the best feeling, you know. We take the States Monroe game really serious, you know. We take the States pride very, very serious. If you do know me as an individual, you know I only bleed two colors, you know. My blood is not red, you know, it's blue and yellow. So definitely wasn't a good day losing against States, because all the States people hitting me up. How was the game? How the game finished? You know, and to have to relive it every second, every text, every phone call, it's not a good feeling. So, you know, I'm hoping the boys are feeling the same thing. And actually, I know they are. And this is how I know it's gonna be positive going forward.
I see same thing when you say, me go on a cricket game, you know, and a man say, yo, oh, you like the way we beat you up?
Right. It's not good. If you get the beat, remember, it's not only once the whistle blow, you know, that's the first time you lose, you know. But every phone call, every text, every conversation, you just keep losing, you know. So we have to maintain that pride there, definitely.
You know what? And at the same time, come read the article. And my quick response to him was that, guess what? You have to use a States player to beat with, though. Because I know in the last half, them put on a man, we had a past student from States. And I really caused the effect, you know, what happened at the end. So that was kind of my way out of it. I said, that's a States player you use on the last, you know, come off on the bench, which I think that was a tactical move by Monroe, because them said them have this guy. Like just a walk around like he never ever played, and them just put him in for the last part. Change everything.
So yeah. Well, my response to them, you know, is obviously I'm gonna say the ball is round, but then again, I just tell them we like to look out for the younger youths, you know. So we just give them a try, we give them a blind, but you know, we're gonna take over afterwards, you know. So, but it is what it is, though. It's soccer. The ball is round. Trust me. Soccer gives and it takes. So if you haven't played the sport and if you're only a fan and a spectator, I'm telling you, soccer gives and it takes.
Yeah, so you know, we really want to give it up to Monroe, you know, and the victory. A victory is a victory, and it was a well-deserved victory. So Monroe, big up yourself, and you know, it's a good battle always between States and Monroe, and we always look forward after that inter round that both of them go through at least to the finals. We still have to win it. So you know. And at this time, what else want to give a shout out to all our fans and followers and everybody that is participating in tonight broadcast. You know, thank you guys for the comment. Any question you want to ask Wally B, you can put it in the comment. Even if you have a question for Rambo, put it in the comment. We can bring him back later on. But Rambo, I'm gonna take the what's Rambo? Wally, I'm gonna take the first question from Cecil Wright, and we are the vice president of the alumni group, which you are also a part of, and we're going to discuss your function in that group later on. So here's a question. You could read it right there.
Do you think STETHS team this year was too soft in first match against Monroe? I would never ever want to say STETHS is soft, honestly. And I had mentioned it earlier that STETHS team can be a brand new team. Monroe team can be a brand new team, but a STETHS Monroe game is never a soft game. It's never a soft moment. So both of those teams are gonna rise to the occasion. You're gonna see players showing up bigger than they ever did. You're gonna see coaches with tactics you didn't know they have. So that game in itself, I feel like we should just celebrate it as one of the biggest rivalry in Jamaica, in the world, so to speak, because there's so much passion in that game. So I would never want to say the STETHS team was weak or soft on that day. If the team is young, I can appreciate that. And we know we have, a little growing to do and a little development to do. And Rambo, I've got to take them up the hills and have them run through the town like how we used to do. But have to come out a little bit because that was raw. Have them run on the back road, But I would never say there was soft on the day. The ball is round, I'm gonna always say. And Monroe was just a better team on the day. 1 goal better than us. 2-1 better than us. That's it. But we probably won't get to play them again. So it's next year for us to, get a shot at it again. But no, I would never say STETHS was soft on that day.
All right, guys, just want to big up Patrice here. She's putting in her comment too. Thank Patrice. Chavez Buckner, my cricketer friend, big up yourself. Steve Powell, who is always promoting and supporting football. Big up yourself, Steve. We respect you for everything that you do. Mr. Roden, big up yourself. As I say, Mr. Barrett, big up yourself. Ariel, big up Marie. Correct. Mr. Wright, big up yourself. Evans, Kelly. Jeremy West, and just keep sharing the live, really. So next question for Wally. Because you as a past player and everything, you will know more than anybody else. Could you tell us the kind of impact? What impact do you think this will have on the baller themselves? Losing against Monroe, we know the effect we are spectator much less. So now as a baller, how do you think this impact the players?
In the moment, it's gonna hit them negatively. They're gonna feel down. They're gonna feel like it's the worst day of their life. People are gonna say some bad things, and they're only gonna hear the bad things. Some nice girl or some nice teacher will come and say, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. Them not gonna hear that. All them gonna hear is, oh no, good, oh no, what listen, no make Monroe beat, So they're only gonna hear the negative stuff. So. And at that moment, it's gonna be bad for them, but it's gonna have overall a positive impact on them. That's gonna be one of their lowest low, right? And from there, the true players are gonna grow in a positive way. They will never wanna lose against Monroe again. They will never wanna lose another game. I remember 8 of us from my team got a scholarship to move to the United States 2005, and all 8 of us decided that we were going back to STETHS 2006 to win the Dakasta Cup, and we didn't go on that scholarship. I moved here on scholarship 2007 after I received a scholarship in 2005. So it's only gonna develop that individual, that true person, and that's why I love STETHS so much. Is because I really learned about myself at STETHS in many ways. I've failed, I've skipped class, things I thought I wouldn't have done, but I've worked with some people that they gave me the chance to grow. They didn't punish me and force me to do anything. They let me fail at STETHS and I really got to learn myself there. So it's gonna positively impact these guys. They're gonna realize that this is not the feeling they want to have anymore, and this is good overall for everyone in life. You want to get that bad feeling, so you know how low you can go, and you know the worst feeling you can ever have in your life, and that's only gonna help you to never ever want to feel that way ever again. So positively, man, the team ready. Them ready. I can see us going very far in the competition just because Monroe beat us. So positively.
All right, guys, and thank you, Wally, for that answer, because you actually run right into the second question that I was gonna ask you. What would have been the positive takeaways from this game? And this question now I'm gonna put it to our spectators, our followers, our Stetsonian. Just put in the comment the positive takeaways that States can have from this game against Monroe. Kiki Senior, we want to welcome Kiki Senior. And I have to make everybody read this one. But Kiki Senior, comment.
Monroe dwells more on the rivalry than Stets. Stets beats Monroe, they just take it as a win when Monroe wins the chat one. That's true. That's so true. And that's
right.
a phone call immediately. As a past student, I got a phone call immediately. So you're right. A Monroe man called me right away. They were so happy that they beat us. So we can't allow it again. I throw it out there to the boys and the coach and the management team. We can't allow it again.
All right, Wally. So earlier, guys, if you just joined, you probably would have missed. The coach was on here, Mr. Omar Wedderburn. We had him at the top of the show as a special guest. He came in and give us his word. We had to ask those questions of him. And now, Wally, since Omar is not here right now, I'll just throw this question to you. All right. If you were now, say, the coach at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, what word would you have for the die-hearted fans and spectators and followers with Stetsonia and everybody else here comment here,
Before you even asked the question, I was laughing because I'm reading Patrice's comment. She said they are still young men who needs motivation. And if I was the coach, if I was Rambo, I would have came on and I would have asked every past student to jump on board. I would have asked every state supporters, fans, once you like states, involved with states, know about states, I would ask them to come on board and help me as the coach develop some individuals that's gonna make a difference in the world. Not individuals that are gonna win Dakasta Cup, because Dakasta Cup it's just Dakasta Cup. It's a competition. It doesn't define your life. I must say, one of my goal as a soccer player at States, I wanted to make the number 12. I only wear the number 12. I wanted to make the number 12 as popular as the number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I never wear those numbers because those numbers are already popular. They're attached to a popular player. So I wanted to make the number 12 very popular because I wanted kids to one day say, oh, I'm Wally, I'm this, I'm that, So that was one of my goals. And when I left college and I didn't get to go and play professional soccer, I felt like that dream was it, So I had to revamp. I had to go back to the drawing board and I had to find another way how to make the number 12 popular. And I brought that number 12 over into entrepreneurship. So a lot of people might not notice there's a number 12 in my logo. And that's where I took that, and revitalize it and kept it going. So I would ask everyone that says STETHS or that's ever worn the STETHS colors to just jump on board with us, be a part of STETHS. A lot of positive and good things are going on at STETHS right now. So just jump on, be a part of it, rally around the boys. We're going to win. We're going to lose. It's soccer. It's a game. The game is actually going to develop them in better human beings, better men of tomorrow, and it actually keeps them out of trouble. So, let's just be motivation to them, and help them to be ready for what comes after soccer, after STETHS, because there's a lot more what them don't know about, so we gotta be there for them.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just gonna address another comment. I just want to say thank you guys for participating in this one. Showing up, STETHS showing up, on the platform. Thank you guys, and I said just share the live with your friends, STETHS follower. Just share it out there. So we're gonna address one thing here, and this have to do now with our spectator. We know the energy with STETHS followers and spectators when them they are game, the energy we will bring. So Chavez here, Buckner said maybe if spectators was allowed, it would be different, basically. What do you think about that, Wally? If we had spectators, forget about pandemic, it was a regular, normal season, and we have a spectator about there, we have it blue and we yellow, all out.
It could make a difference, because especially at home, especially at STETHS, trust me, it's a different episode, so it definitely could make a difference. So Chavez, my general, used to live on the back road with me, so I'm a boy like that. So he's speaking gospel right there, but we just still have to understand that the pandemic is there. We know Mr. Wellington is very technical, and I think that's why he came to St. Elizabeth Technical to be the principal there. So he's doing everything in his power to make sure that everybody is safe and that STETHS is not on the headlines for the wrong reason, that we let people in and the boys, got affected by the virus and now they're not able to play. So he's doing what he needs to do, and we just got to support it, but definitely if we had the spectators, it could be totally different, because we know I don't want to say, I don't know how to call it, but I know we'll have those guys in there, their guns and their trees waving, and we have those spectators that gonna come give you a shout out. When I was there, they used to tell me if I score, they're gonna give me $1 million and stuff like that. So those things make you wanna play harder, make you wanna fight harder. So trust me, it would be different, especially if we had the school girls there, as ball. I always want to impress them. I gotta say it, because I want to be raw and real. So it brings out a different beast in you when you have the spectators around, especially at home. So definitely would have make a difference. And Monroe probably would have had to pay the price on the day versus beating us. So definitely.
All right, Sir Wally. I know we have to just pick up Kiki Senior again. Always, waving the STETHS flag. Even though Kiki Senior, Hamptonian, but why? She adapt to the St. Elizabeth Technical High School like glue. Kiki, respect. Wally, I need you to read out Kiki comment here, because it's very interesting and very important. Very very good views here, Miss Senior.
That's true. I can relate to it. She's saying having spectators is good, and it prepares the boys for the real world. However, the players are getting a chance to play and focus on their coaches instead of listening to the spectators. Spectators can be intimidating. That's true, but if they can play with the spectators and still be able to listen to their coaches, or our coach, whomever is giving the instructions, I think they're at a better advantage with the spectators being crazy versus being in a silent. It's like training. Training, you don't have no spectators, so they are used to that. They're used to listening to their coaches with nobody shouting in their ears. But on the day, if they have everybody cursing them out, if they make a bad pass and somebody literally shout out and then, Wally, you're not good, and you still can focus on the goal at hand, and you still can hear your coach giving you instructions. I think they're at a better advantage. So yeah, it would be better for them to have the spectators there versus having no one there, and it doesn't give you it doesn't give you the same drive. It doesn't give you the same motivation or the same push. So Kiki is saying everything what she said makes sense, perfect sense. But definitely having spectators is better for the boys as it relates to concentration and focus.
I believe that too, Wally. Quick one here, and cause we know this, we'll probably turn on here for hours, cause why,
A lot to
it's an
talk about.
interesting conversation. But I see Chavez again. He said, Mr. Welly has a vision for the school, academically and in
Mhm.
sports, and this I wanna say it's real. I went back to St. Elizabeth Technical High School. It's a total different pace, but to know that a lot more, I would say, a lot more athletes, cricketers, footballers are getting notice overseas. Put it that way. They're getting scholarship. They're being paid big money to play cricket. Overseas. Just and what he's doing in the school in terms of academical is big. Could you speak on Mr. Wellington and his contribution to STETHS?
I must say I've been on campus almost every time I went back to Jamaica, because going to Jamaica and not going to States is like not going home. So I'm always there, because I'm always welcome. And I want to put it out there that everyone is welcome. Once you're a past student of States, you are welcome. Um, Definitely Mr. Wellington's vision is beyond mine and yours. It's beyond Chavez. It's beyond, I can call anyone's name. His vision is his vision, but it's a vision that wherein he's thinking about everyone. He's thinking about the future of the students that's there, the future of the potential students that probably will come to States, and he's thinking about States on a bigger platform than just States in Santa Cruz. Because remember, he's involved in ISA and many other involvements, which gives him a broader perspective on what the true potential of States can be. And you can see it just going on campus. States is totally different. It's nothing like what it was before. I saw a video not too long ago with down by the farming area, and that looked like probably one of the schools over here in America. So he's doing very good, and I think he means everyone well. I think he can get sidetracked and not be able to. He's human too, so he's not able to, focus on every single thing. So, we gotta give him that leniency. And I'm saying this because I speak to a lot of people, and I know a lot of people feel about, his leadership and what he's doing, and them feeling like they're not aware of exactly what's going on. But I think he means the school very well. Chavez said it very well. He's not only about sports or the technical side of stats. You can see business students doing well just the same. All other students being involved just the same. And stats is now becoming what it really is, a fully all-rounded school wherein everybody is seen at the same level. I remember when I was there, I was almost superior as a soccer player, and people felt like, we were way above them, which was not the case, because, they were winning in other areas as we were winning in other areas. But Mr. Wellington now is able to, take everybody and let everybody win together and just have one stats banner versus soccer banner, cricket banner, basketball banner. It's just stats overall, which is very, very good.
You hear me, Wally?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So STETHS basically have given you a great foundation in terms of your football skills and your talent and developing it. So many, as you said, may not have known, but you have represented Jamaica, at I think the under 17 level, and if any other level you can tell me. But could you just tell us how you felt wearing the Jamaican color, your black, green, and gold, and knowing that you're representing states also wearing those Jamaican colors?
Um, I must say at that tender age, it didn't have much impact on me. I don't want anyone to take it, as I'm saying something bad, but this is my personal story. It didn't have much impact on me, because I was probably 16 at the time. It was under 17. And this is why I love STETHS so much, is because I really learn about myself and everything about myself at STETHS. For the national team, it was a short period of my life. STETHS is almost all of my life, even currently. So wearing the color representing Jamaica, I went to Norway age 13. So I was also an ambassador of the country at that time too, even though it wasn't the national team, but we were representing the country. Definitely has a pride to it. It has a joy to it. But it's nothing like what I felt at STETHS, for STETHS. But I encourage it for others, but for me, it didn't have much impact on.
Wally, I'm not sure if you're hearing me, but it seems like I'm losing you a bit. Internet. So if you're hearing me, Wally, just go out and come back. Right now, guys, seems like I'm losing Wally. I'm not hearing him coming through. But really and truly, I just want to give it up to Omar Wedderburn, who came on earlier, and just give us a quick overview of what went on that particular day, losing to Monroe, and then answered a few questions. Sir Wally, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
I was losing you for a bit there. All right, Wally. So we know your story as STETHS, it's gonna be a long one, but just a quick question in there. As a football player, where was your favorite hangout spot while at STETHS?
Classroom. I make sure I go to class.
All
So,
right.
if I had to pick one though, that Ponciana Tree by the merry-go-round, that was a good spot. You can do everything there. You can have lunch. You can meet friends there. You can see everybody that's going to buy lunch, going to the tuck shop or wherever. So that was a good spot for me. I can see all the other ballers there, or all my other friends that are not soccer players, but we're still friends. So that was a good hangout spot, like many others, because we're a little bit all over the school, because we just love STETHS like that. But yeah, the Ponciana Tree was a good spot. Still is, because they cut it down, but it's still growing back. So that's a good spot.
I see that, I feel like it touched a lot of us from the heart when them take down that tree.
It grow right back, so they have to cut it down again,
Yep. All right, you see, because you do so much laughing, Wally. The man, you got to talk about classroom, I'm laughing there. Know you have the man over the other side, you think different, but we have to leave it at that.
Right?
Yeah. Mr. Peter White's a big up team at 89, a big team that too. Guys, if you come on to, you can tell us, you're here at STETHS. Are your favorite STETHS team? I love football so much, Wally. People wouldn't even know that, I went to St. Elizabeth Technical High School. I was a bigger fan of football than cricket. Break all me and I play football at STETHS, Yeah, man. And break and me just get my belt and put it through it and still finish the game. Then me walk over Dr. Little. We're gonna have to give a shout out to Dr. Little. I think one of the best doctors in Santa Cruz and one of the most helpful and giving back to STETHS. We're gonna give a shout out to Dr. Little. Big up yourself, Dr. Little. So Kiki I talk about the tree. It was a good tree, but the root system is not good for the building, and that's true. Being in agriculture and knowing a lot about plant, guys, if you have any intention of planting a tree, whether it be like an almond tree, a mango tree, and so forth, be careful how close you put those to the house, because it could go under the building and cause some problems. So we see the problem. So it was actually a problem why they have to get rid of it. So don't feel bad about the tree being cut down. All right, Wally, we'll get into it. So basically, after STETHS, we know you say you get a scholarship overseas, but could you speak more on the scholarship and how the scout out? How did they, find you? Or how did you come by this scholarship?
Funny story, but I must say, I think now states have their own program. I'm trying to get very involved in it, but at the time, states didn't have that option where they give us viewing to overseas coaches. Monroe had that option, and they were overwhelmed, and they had invited states to be a part of that tournament. Um, it actually came from the Essex Valley All-Star program because it was a Jonathan Hibbert foundation that I want to shout them out also because they had helped a lot of us as individuals and are the reasons why a lot of us are here in the United States. So that foundation had invited us to Monroe to be a part of that tournament. And we went there, and 8 of us, from the states team got selected. Shout out to my baller friends, Jeremy and West, Oniki Samuels, and those other guys, Tilak, Jamworld, as you guys would know him. So yeah, Monroe's Finn. We all got scholarships, and we got invited to come to the United States to play soccer.
Okay, good, good, good. So basically, soccer had played a big role early and to the latter part of your life. So now you transition from Jamaica into the US system. We know that Jamaica, we always say football, but really, if you come here and say football, it's a total different game.
Right.
But coming here, could you tell us how difficult was it for you to adapt to the whole condition here? Coming out of Jamaica, coming into America, it's a total, probably even the game probably different the way they play. How was that for you, that transition?
It was a learning curve, definitely. It was a learning curve, but I had some guys that came up with me, so that helped a little bit. A lot of downs. Felt at times we felt like we didn't have any support. Like at times we felt like we didn't have anyone in Jamaica we could call on. We didn't have anyone at States we could call on. We really didn't have a track record or something we could fall back on. We didn't have a system coming out of Jamaica. We felt like we just moved to the United States and we just had to figure it out. Really, that's what it was. We had to figure it out. We had to learn the whole system by ourselves at age 17, 18, coming from a third world country to a first world country. That's huge. That's a big pressure on our shoulder, but we had to figure it out, and it was rough. I can't go in full details on a lot of things. We won't have the time. Been through a lot, and kind of that's how my brand came about. When I had to figure things out, kind of came up not having to worry about things. A lot of people might not know, but I'm from Santa Cruz. I lived on the bypass road, so I just jump the wall and I'm at STETHS. If I'm hungry, I just run home and get some food. So I kind of had that life where I didn't have to try too hard. Moving to the United States, I really, really, really had to buckle up, pull up my socks, as they would say, and figure things out. A lot of knockdowns and a lot of getting up and a lot of figuring it out and a lot of, I'm going to try to give an example. I must say, for all 4 years at college, me and my friends, the guys I call their names, we had issues paying our school fees, so it's only our talents that helped us at the time to cause the school to register us, because they wanted us to play. They saw that we had, potential to win a championship. Their first national championship at that university, we won it in 2010. So they knew what they were doing, and they would have us sign papers to pay whatever we could, or work studies, we had to give a percentage of that directly to our school fee. So it was it was a lot, but all of us right now, I can say all of us came out of it strong. Barrington Blake, Oniki Samuels, head coach of that university currently, Jermaine West, assistant coach, Kimar Smith, assistant coach. Barrington Blake currently doing his PhD. I have a bachelor's. I'm currently working at the Mercy College, heading for my master's degree. So everyone came out of it strong, but it was rough. And going back to what I said earlier, it's great if all the alumni can just come together and just know that it's not gonna be easy for an 18-year-old coming out of Jamaica, to jump into the United States college system, or a 16-year-old finishing STETHS and have to go into Jamaica. We know how Jamaica rough right now, so we need to just come together and have a platform for those guys to just know that they have someone they can run to, you know what I mean, or someone that's looking out for them. But yeah, man, it was rough, but I can look back now, I can talk about it, I can smile, I can laugh, and it's just pure motivation for me, because I don't want to know that others are going through that and I'm not able, and I can help and I'm not helping, or I can give them a heads up that, hey, such and such and such and such. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure. I took the best out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that journey there, Wally. And at this point, I really want to turn it now, because you said through that you find your brand. So we need you for you to speak on your brand. Go for, tell us everything you can tell us about this brand, because
Every single thing, right?
I can tell you, I know it look good, and the people who wear it say feel good. I haven't get mine yet, so definitely we have a talk after the show. So, I want you to tell us how the brand came about, and what it's doing now. How do we find it if we want to get something from the brand? Because I already see the stats using the training gear with the brand right across the chest. So that's how
Right,
close you and the stats team is, basically.
right.
Yeah. So just give us an update on that.
Well, Gofa it's from the Jamaican dialect, So if you're Jamaican, the brand is yours. You can wear it, you can go somewhere, you can talk about it. You're gonna know a lot about it, because Gofa simply means go for it. Translated from the Jamaican dialect, it means go for it. Gofa, as we would spell it, is Guhfa, but I commercialize it because I am thinking about the future, and people outside of Jamaica, they will do better with a word looking more English than it looking like the Jamaican dialect, but it still is in that realm of it meaning the same thing. Go for it. So go for it just simply means just start. Just give yourself a start. If you think of something, just try it, because it's like a race. If you don't start, you can't finish. You might come last, but at least you finish, because everybody wants to win, but the main goal of a race is to finish. That's why you're running. So that's basically what Gofa is, bottom line. I just want to use my experience, my journey, you know, and my trials, my tribulations to just show people that all I did was I just tried. I tried and I never give up. That's the sauce right there. I'm just not gonna stop. If anything in my life, like once I start and I put in my head that I'm gonna get it done, I'm just not gonna stop. I'm gonna literally go far. You understand? So that's really what it means. So just coming out of Jamaica, where I had the, as people would say, golden spoon, whatever that means. But Jamaica wasn't. I didn't experience a lot there. Most of my learning was to through STETHS. You know, I had a great childhood, extended family, so I was never short of anything. Moving to the United States, that's when I had to grow up really, really fast, you know, and just going through everything and really just seeing things not being handed to me, or things I have to go for it myself. You know, that's where the brand came about and made sense. So I just really wanted to use my experience to start something from scratch where everybody can literally watch me starting it, because everyone that's wearing the brand right now, they've seen it from the get-go. They have seen it and not purchase, and then eventually they're starting to purchase. So they saw me start from nothing, but what I did, I just never stopped. Tomorrow they're gonna see me promoted again. Tomorrow they're gonna see me with a different style. Tomorrow they're gonna see me supporting STETHS. Tomorrow they're gonna see Magati wearing Goffa. Tomorrow they're gonna see Issa giving Goffa opportunity to be a part of the whole competition. So they're just gonna see steps going, 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 and just basically the formula is just starting and not giving up. That's basically what Goffa is. As it relates to the merge, I wanted to, I want people to wear Goffa. How I explain it, I don't know if anyone know the cartoon called Thundercats. Like when they want everyone to come together, they shine that thing in the sky and they know that, you know, we have a mission. I want Goffa to be like that. I want when I'm wearing Goffa, people can see me and say, "Oh, that's a person that's going for it." Or they see someone in it and they want to know what does that mean, and they explain to them, "Oh, it means go for it. It means don't give up. It means always try. It means you can do it. It means just don't give up," basically. So that's what Gopher is, and I am encouraging everyone to just, you know, be a part of the mission. Just wear the brand, tell somebody about it, motivate someone, motivate yourself. And the sauce, the formula, as Alkaline said, the formula is just don't give up, just don't stop. You are gonna fall, you are gonna drop, somebody are gonna hurt you, somebody are gonna fight you. Whatever the case is, just don't give up.
So how do we find the brand now? How we find it out there?
Um, I'm
Market.
working on different channels, but if someone really wants to wear a T-shirt, um, a bag, a sweatshirt, a hat, whatever the case is, they can just go to www.goffa.com. That's GOFAAH to commercialize it. So, you know, my white friends can know what it is. So www.goffaah.com. You can find whatever you want. If there's something on there, if you don't see anything on there that you like, you can reach out to me directly on Instagram, Wally B 1212, and I can design something for you right there and then. You can purchase it right away. I can personalize it for you. I can put your name on it. I can put your logo on it. I've done it before for a lot of my friends where I merge my brand with their brand. I'm currently working on one for a friend right now. So it's not about the money for me. It's not about any of that, because as few people know, I do have a full-time job, so I'm surviving, you know. But it's just about telling someone that, you know, you can do it. I'm here for you. If I can help, I'm definitely going to help. Whatever I can do, I'm gonna do it for the next person, because I've gotten a lot of help. Trust me, I've gotten a lot of help, and that helps to motivate. Um, Trust me, I've gotten a lot of help. So much. I've been times where I could even pay my rent. You know, trust me, I've gotten a lot of help. So I just gotta repay it, and that's what GoFi is all about. GoFi is a whole community. It's a whole movement. It's helping. It's motivating. It's just a culture, and that's really where I want it to be for future.
Yeah, I really like the identity of the brand now that you speak about it, the message behind the brand, Gopher. It's really a good mission, and definitely will support the brand. With that, Wally, could you tell us how difficult it is to actually create and promote a brand?
It's not hard, It's not hard at all. I must say I am currently helping individuals with developing their own brand. And what I want people to know is that developing a brand starts with yourself. Because if I didn't dress nice, or if I wasn't nice to people, or if I didn't help people, like, no one would support me. So I have a personal page on Instagram, so I have to build my brand. I have to build Wally. I have to build Walford Stewart. You know, I have to build me first. So that's my word to someone who's trying to build a brand. You have to build yourself first. You have to work on yourself, because personal life can sometimes slow you down. So you want to get that together first. But building a brand is definitely not hard. You just gotta be self-motivated. You just gotta, keep others in mind. You can't burn your bridges at all, because you never know who's gonna be that person that's going to, give you a platform. Great example. We have been in the same room before, myself and you. But here we are now. You're giving me a platform to express myself, to talk about my goals and my dreams. What if I was the guy that saw you and was, disrespectful to you, or whatever the case is? So it starts with you as an individual, and then whatever you stand for, like, people will follow and support afterwards, because you were true to yourself, and you're just not a person that gives up, and you tell a story just being yourself. So your brand does represents you. So it's not hard at all. You just gotta try, start. You have to start. That's important, because if I never start, I would have never been here. I'm nowhere. You're wearing Adidas right now. I'm nowhere near Adidas. You know what I mean? But at least I started. At least I tried. And that's all it's all about. So building a brand is not hard at all. Just start. Just start. That's it.
Travis asking Stats gear and they well, but not the man say anything you need, you already know you can get it. And as I say, the Stats training gears right now, you see them wearing it right across the chest. So just link the man, and you all right, and link with you and the entire family. All right, so you're gonna
I,
wear that brand.
I have to put it out there though. As it relates to that stats training gears, there's a I don't know how to put it, but there's a strong group of past students out there that is the power and the strength behind that. I want to shout out Elaine also, Elaine Murray. She's also a sponsor of that jersey. Her business is on the back of that jersey. Um, those gears are open to anyone that wants to promote themselves or their business. They can be a part of it too, because it's not all about promoting Gopher on the chest or whatever it is. The main goal that we had as a group, um, this group is a private group, is a silent group. It's a group of guys and girls that just wants to give back to Stets, but they don't want to be in the limelight. But they want to do everything for Stets, whatever they can. And they're behind that jersey with myself. Elaine, just the same. Her logo is on the back of the jersey. And it's open to others too if they want to be a part of that. It's more about the uniformity of the team. That was the initial goal. We wanted Stets to look good from training going into the game. We are thinking about traveling gears and stuff like that. So it's not about promoting Gopher. It's more about letting what we represent or what we are about, which is Stets, we wanted to be a part of STETHS and we want STETHS to look good. So that was the main goal. So if you're out there and you see it and you want to be a part of it, just reach out and you can get your brand on those jerseys just the same. Or you can do it on your own. Just reach out to STETHS and let them know you wanna give back.
All right, Wally. So you're a man we know who is always giving back, and we're gonna now get to another um part here where I want you to speak on the Battle Support Gala. I know you're a man who give back to states, even sponsor kids back there. Could you tell us about that event? I know you put it on earlier in the year. Know it was a success. So could you speak on that?
Yes, that event is very unique. I got involved in the party scene. I've been to a lot of parties. I've been to parties, and I say parties because Bottle Support is not a party, it's an event. And I hope I'll explain the difference with everything that I'm saying. So I've been to parties where I came out and I smelled like I was smoking weed or a cigarette. I've never smoked in my life. So that's the difference of a party versus an event. Whomever was at that event, they whatever perfume they wore, they left smelling the same. I like to dress up. I like to look good. Um, and I wanted an event where all my friends could dress up just the same. My goal was I wanted an event where my friends could take a picture with me and we could look back on it and be proud of it that hey, this is a group of guys, girls, that have been through some stuff and we came out victorious. So that's the kind of event I wanted. I wanted it to be a celebration, but I've been to parties where I've seen people spend tons of money on bottles, and it's all about the hype. Who can buy the most bottles? Um, I want to educate others and let them know that right right now a bottle in the party is 160 averaging right now. That can more than sponsor a child in Jamaica to go through high school for a year. So that's where bottle support came from. That's what the name means. It basically means come to my event, buy a bottle, and from that purchase, we will work towards sponsoring a child to go to school in Jamaica. A lot of people picked up on the mission immediately and they wanted to be a part of it. People were buying their tickets from the get-go. A lot of people were watching the promotion and stuff. On the day of the event, we got flooded. A lot of people was just sending in their money. They wanted to be a part of that event, and a lot of people came out. It's a dinner dance event. It's a gala event. It's a dress up suit and tie, heels, nice gown kind of event. It's an event where I was able to celebrate all of my friends just the same. I had their whatever they do um, for business. I gave them a chance to be a part of it. I had a friend that sponsored the event. Um, he was able to sponsor the food for the event. So I definitely want to shout him out. Um, I would have to get his information to put it up, but he caters. So he sponsored the food for the event, and we were able to expose his brand to others. I had a friend that does wine, and he came and he brought out his whole crew to serve wine at the event. People loved it. We were able to give people a bottle of wine. Everyone that attended the event, they left with a bottle of wine. And then all of my other friends that have brands, I was able to put them on the promotion so they can get some exposure. So it was all about the team. So what I wanted to do was just bring everyone together, and we wanted to just do it big. And then in the long run, we wanted to, help someone. We wanted to help someone, back in school. I didn't just focus on STETHS. It wasn't just a sponsor STETHS event. I've helped um, uh, a girl that when goes to GC Foster. She wasn't able to do her exams and she needed to pay some money. And she reached out to me. We were able to help. Another person in Jamaica reached out to me. they needed a laptop for her son. We were able to help there too. Another school in Magati, in the Magati area, not Magati High School. They reached out to me just the same. We are aiming to help one student there. So it wasn't just about STETS. It was just about making helping or supporting others cool. I want to make it a cool factor. I want people to say all the shell at them because I have a few friends that are shellers. I want them to come to my event and shell it because they're gonna have a good time. They're gonna have a drink, but their money is gonna go towards helping someone. I want people to just see helping as a cool factor. Like, how can I help someone? I want people to be all about helping, all about supporting, because we've been through stuff. Trust me. Everyone has been through something. Everyone is going through something. So when you think you have it the worst, trust me, there's someone else that has it worse than you do. So if you can just lean to them a little bit and let them know that, hey, I see what you're going through, or hey, this is how I can help, or hey, I know someone that can help you, because that's another way too. And I definitely have to shout out the States Alumni Association. They took that event, it was their event. They came out by the numbers. The support was real. So I definitely have to shout them out. Definitely have a lot of friends that came out and showed up for me. We basically did two events in one. So it was the gala dinner for all the people that wanted to be glamorous. But then I have some friends that they don't want to sit down with knife and fork and eat, but they want to come out and support. They want to buy 6 bottles, 9 bottles, and they just want to have fun. So it was a great event. I'm looking towards doing it next year. Um, no exact plan as yet, because I definitely gonna need a team. I did it all by myself the last time. So until I have a team, a solid team that we can go bigger than what I did before, then um, it's up in the air for now. But definitely something that I think is worthy of doing again.
Yes, man, I really wanna say big respect for all that you have been doing, giving back, to community, giving back to the school, you know, and basically using that entrepreneurial skill to really, bring on board friends, family, groups together, which goes a long way. We may not be able to do it all by ourselves, but if we can just chip in here and there. So,
Right.
guys, if you're watching here and you want to be a part of this event, even though he's not sure when is the next, in terms of the date, but he's definitely gonna put it on. Just link
Definitely.
him on and really take it from there. Because it's always good to show support for others. When you look back, especially and look at your journey and see, it could have been much better, easier sometime if you had gotten just a little bit of help. You
That's
know,
it. That's huge. Just a little bit of, sometimes what motivates me is just someone reaching out to me and say, "Yo, where can I buy a sweater?" And that's like more motivation for me, because now they see what I want to do. I must say the designer that did the fashion show at my event, because we had a fashion show. The event was it was a whole I don't even know how to explain it, but it was a whole lineup. We had fashion show, we had a singer, we had live band, we had dancers, we had an after party, we had about 4 DJs, we had paparazzis. It was a whole episode. But I want to say the girl that did the fashion show. This was the first time she was doing a fashion show. So that's the opportunity of such a platform, is to give someone that is trying and wants to do something. I didn't reach out for a big designer or someone that's done fashion show and runway before. I reached out for someone that we could grow together. And I must say, even I was surprised that fashion show was it turned out good. So both of us, we build a stronger relationship there, and we grew together. So that's the kind of platform I was trying to create, which I accomplished. and that's the kind of platform that's open to others that wants to expose themselves some more, because if it's something negative, it's all over social media, but the good things, people don't put it out there. So I want to be the person that, if it's good, I'm saying put it out there. Like, tell someone that you help someone, tell someone that you fed the poor, tell someone that you gave someone $1 because they couldn't pay their grocery at the store. Like, make it known, because if it's something bad, everybody talks about it. If you look on the news right now, there's no good news. If someone wants to be rich, here's an idea: have a news program that talks about just good stuff, nothing bad. I'm giving someone that platform. Talk about just the good stuff, nothing bad, because the news is bad. If you listen to the news, everything on there is bad. It's shooting, it's kidnapping, it's fire, it's this, it's that. But nobody's saying, hey, Ruben, his name popped up. Ruben is helping a child. I know people who are helping in the background. I know a lot of people who are helping in the background. And I understand that that's what they want to do, and I have nothing against it. But just imagine everyone that's helping in the background is coming forward and saying, hey, I'm helping. This is how I'm helping because I want to help. I'm not helping to get a hype or to, make myself feel good or whatever the case is. I'm helping because I got help and I know how someone helping me made a change in my life, and that's what I want to do for someone else. So I'm promoting it, like, make helping and supporting cool. Like, that's what I'm promoting.
Wally, I just want to say that, what you're doing, as Ruben would say here, your selfless attitude is commendable, and that is coming from a super senior from the work on integrity. This is somebody who I've met with, sit and reason with, great man, And I also join in on that, and also gonna put across few comments even coming in from Powell over the other corner. But we definitely, as Stetsonian, we're proud of what you're doing, and basically the heart that you have for this. It's not like you're doing it to show up or show off, or you're doing it because it's coming from here. It's a love for people, a love for your sports and so forth. And that is similar like how this platform was birthed. Together we rise, building our nation. And I'm
Right.
saying, if one person can help another person, and when I did this platform, I'm like, guess what? If I bring on somebody who is able to educate, motivate, and just inspire another person, if only one person listen to the show, I am happy about it.
The win. Yeah, it's a win.
It's a win. At least you can come and say one youth out there probably have got through the struggle and feel like that's it, the world end here. So, but when I'm listening to your story and say, yo, Wally, take it from that level then, and not just football. Look, the man spin it, and now the man is a CEO of his own brand and his own company. How did he do it? Now that him get this platform, he can give you a call and say, yo, Wally, in a situation, but yo, me know say you're bigger than this, and you may have a few words. Or me have a, get through that one, and you can, talk to him. But just the fact that you're here on the platform open a lot of other windows and doors for others to come on and say something, or even just to connect with you. May not even just to purchase anything, but just a word of encouragement. It makes a difference. And that's what we're saying, guys. Let us all come together. Together we rise, building our nation in whatever way we can help each other. Just get that unit going. And I'm really, pleased of what is happening in the STETHS alumni. And I'm gonna talk on that, have you basically speak on that, because we know, as Ruben would have said, selfless attitude. You give up yourself, and we have seen you, as one of the young men inside of this group, the STETHS alumni, group. We can see there's a transition. I would say within the last year or two, there have been a big transition, and I know you being involved in it is also, inspiration, and you motivate others to come on board. We see more people coming on board, more people hearing about it, because it's now being spread through social media, in a different context or a different way of reaching out sometimes to just some little changes. Even the banners and the flyers and so forth we see you put together. And we need you to talk about that. I know that I've seen a post from you. People need things, print and banners and flyers and all those stuff. So really and truly, I'm gonna let you just talk about the STETHS alumni, what it means to you, and what are some of the function, or responsibility you have in that group.
It's basically what I've been saying, is just knowing that you have a support system. I did not know there was an alumni association when I was when I was at STETHS. Now I know that it's there, and I stay involved because I wanted to connect to an individual student at STETHS. It's already connected to STETHS, so that's not why I'm involved. With or without me, it's gonna be connected to STETHS because it's STETHS alumni. It's in the name. I wanted to connect to an individual. I want someone to leave STETHS and feel like they have a job, you know, aligned to them, or they can reach out to someone like Assessor Right, who is a big deal, and I can call him and say, hey, I got a scholarship and I'm in Maine, the middle of nowhere. People in the United States don't even know where Maine is. That's where we went for college, coming out of Jamaica. We went from let's talk about me. I went from Santa Cruz, where the temperature is crazy hot, to Maine, which is next door to Canada, which I had a snowstorm and a flood my first year at college. So that was drastic. So to know that I can call Cesaride and say, hey, I'm in a situation, I don't have a job, I don't have, because this is experience that kids coming up on scholarship are going through. I don't have anything to eat or whatever the case is. And he can say, hey, go to the Western Union and I'll send you $20, I'll send you $50. And I know people on the Alumni Association that is already doing that. And I know people on there personally that will do it in a heartbeat. So that's what the association is about. They're there as a backbone for, kids that are gonna leave STETHS and not have a backbone, because it's very important. It's very important. It's very necessary. Because I've been through it where we only had each other and we had nothing else, and we had to group up together and cook some food together and make sure so everybody eat. And then when it's time to get registered for school again, it was another story. I've seen Tashana Rowe commenting right now. She had a whole personal situation there at college with us. She's currently making six figures right now. So I've seen a lot of stories that weren't my story, but they motivated me versus my story that I've been through. So that's what the association is for me personally. I want it to be an option for people who doesn't have an option, and that's what they're all about. So that's why I stay a part of it. I'm involved in connecting the younger generation to the association, because most of the association um, is more of people who are more structured or settled, or more senior. The younger ones are all over the place. They're not as settled, or they don't have a full-time job or whatever the case is, so they're still trying to figure life out. So I feel like if they see me as someone they can relate to, that's being that's involved with what they think is a older crowd, then it will attract them. And that's my main reason and involvement with the association, is to merge the two, is to have a body that's just STETHS overall. Doesn't matter age, color, gender. It's just STETHS Alumni Association. And we have one goal, is to support STETHS and the individuals that are currently at STETHS and is going to need the support coming out of STETHS.
Yep. You see, just let me laugh just a while ago. He said, "Thanks for not calling us."
I was trying so hard because
Yep.
that's what they are saying. You know, one of the first events I went, one of the first event I went to, let's be raw, and I put it on live on Facebook Live, and the younger crowd said to me, "See, I pay old people to this, so you know." So no, we have splitted. You know, we have a lot of younger people are coming in right now, so you know that's what it's all about. We want the younger folks to be involved. You know, forget about what we've been through because life is not always about us. You know, it's also about the other person. So forget about what we've been through. Forget about what happened at STETHS. And I'm saying this because of the conversations I've had with a lot of people my age. Forget about everything. Forget about what didn't work out. You know, just come on board and just focus on the youths that are gonna have it worse than us because it's not getting better. You know, it's getting worse. So we just need to be a support system for them. You know, so yeah, my involvement is just to is to merge the old and the young. That's it. I said it, Karen.
See, Paul, we laugh out loud. So really and truly, we just want to say, a big shout out to Donovan Wilson, being a leader of this group for a long while, you know, and senior man, vice president, Cecil Wright, as you mentioned, Patrice, Elaine, all the administrative team, we know behind the scenes some hard work, even for just ensure that we get some email and follow up. We just like the way the message is going across. So it's all positive things when you hear about the STETHS alumni group. So guys, if you're out there, you have not been, a part of it, you haven't gotten involved in the STETHS alumni group, I said this is the perfect time. This is the right time to get into it. We have gone through a pandemic, and if it wasn't because of the strength of others, some of us probably wouldn't have survived this. But we have to give it up to the strength, and we just coming together as a team, whether it be states or no states, but just have individuals and human beings, just coming together and helping another person. There is nothing and more blessing that you could ever get than that. Just even the chill from your heart, to see what somebody is going through and know that you could just stretch out your hand, as Wally would say, even $1 to help somebody to make up at the grocery store. You may not know how much of a difference it makes in that person's life. But
Right.
probably it's not until she go home and later down in life you may just get that return. Somebody say, "Yo, you remember this?" And it's the goodness that is coming back to you and your kids later on in life too. So that you're not giving to get, but just to be a blessing to others. So guys, if you haven't been a part of this team, STETHS alumni, I'm just wanna say that I'm a part of it, and I'm happy that I found it. And there's so much more. It's like a STETHS chat. You can go on there and link up from past students from way back. In the days. So that's even a good thing about the platform. It allows us to connect. Connect with people you probably got lost in the system. And see Patrice here, Wally, job well done. But before you even go to the well done, I want to go back to a comment with the gala. And because I saw some of the photos coming out of the gala, and somebody else mentioned about the red carpet, that you have forgot about the red carpet. But it's somewhere there in it, in the comment. So could you tell us about that red carpet?
Yeah, man, it's a red carpet event because it also goes back to the parties. Because at
There
parties,
it is.
if you're not spending the most money, then you're not VIP. So, Bottle Support is a red carpet VIP event. Everybody's paying the same amount. Everybody's coming in and getting the same treatment. Everybody's VIP. So everybody at my event are very important people. So it's a VIP event. I wanted the gala experience. So at that event, there's going to be a lot of photographers. There's going to be a lot of videographers. Because we want everybody to, feel just as special as VIP should be. Because I don't see anyone, never in my life, I don't see anyone better than anyone. I see everyone at the same level. You might have a strength that I don't have, vice versa, but your strength will do for you what it needs to, and vice versa. Where I'm winning, you might be losing, but where you're winning, I might be losing. So we're even. We're all human beings. So I just wanted a platform that everyone can walk in, which is what I saw, which made me very, very proud. Everyone walks in and they're walking on the red carpet. It's not because they paid more money or it's not because they look better. It's just because they came to bottle support, and it's a red carpet event. So there will always be red carpet at that event because I'm all about red carpet. I'm all about looking good and feeling good. And I think it starts from, just looking good. If you look good, you're always gonna feel good. Bottom line, you always want to dress the part, because it's just gonna give you that good feeling and it's gonna aid to the ending of your day. So how much to get in that event?
And Paul asking right up.
Let's point out Steve Powell. You said earlier, great guy. He wasn't able to make it at the event, but I must say, he paid for a ticket for that event. I must say that. So a few people, weren't able to afford the event, and I told them they could still come to the event. And it's because of people like Steve. I could name a few other people who paid at the event for the event but wasn't able to make it. So how much to get into event? That event was 120 to get in. The next event, we don't know. It's just based on what's offered at the event because people that left the event, they felt that, they were concerned for me if I lost because they felt like they got a lot more than, what 120 was worth. So it's win-win all across the board. So I definitely have to shout out Steve Powell. He reached out to me. This guy, he doesn't know me from nowhere. I'm just another guy, and he reached out to me personally. He didn't go through someone and say, hey, buy a ticket for me. He reached out to me personally and, he paid for a ticket, 120 and he wasn't able to make it. And he gave me his best wishes and the event was a success.
Yeah, so I want to take this time out to really shout out Steve Powell. As you can see, the man have up on his profile here, State 68. So this is a real state soldier, a real baller, and a man who really carry the states flag really high and proud of it. And I really must say that, just like the alumni group, what they're doing for states, you have to give a shout out to Steve. Steve is always going and finding past students and current student that you boy when you see a picture you say, yo, where
When are
that
you
come from? You know, Come on, Steve have been going across borders and countries to sometimes bring to his platform in a way. So if you follow Steve, follow a friend him on Facebook, you realize most of the posts that he share have some connection to St. Elizabeth Technical High School.
Right.
And that show you where the man heart is, is also in his own way promoting St. Elizabeth Technical High School. The man is a real soldier. So big up yourself, Steve Powell, wherever you're there, big up yourself. I wish there's more people like you out there, That's why I always want to know who is the person behind Steve Powell. Whoa!
He's a quiet man. He don't want no attention, but he want to help everybody.
Yo.
Man, I like
Right.
him.
That's a big question. Well, I guess you have to go ask Steve over the side still.
He said he will be at the next battle support though. So
All right.
it could be in January, Steve. So,
All right, see the Steve comments, respect and honor, my brother. Tasha said, boy, Steve, you post me. I don't even know him. That show you the type of man he is. Once you're out there, you're doing something positive. I tell you, Steve is gonna find you. So really love it. Love the vibes. And really and truly, Wally, we know we are stretch it and long, but before we go, we still need you to share the other things and what you're doing on. Some other things, additives, because I see you post some flyer lately that you do other things. So just give us a brief overview of all the additives to Wally B.
currently full-time job, Mercy College. I do own a print shop in Jamaica, so I feel like it's a platform that I could, help people to get themselves out there so they can do whatever they need to do to promote themselves. It's go for underscore GPS um, on Instagram. And GPS is just graphic printing services. I just try to be clever with the word so it's catchy because everybody knows what a GPS is. So go for GPS just means we're gonna help you to find or to direct you to your goals and your dreams. So a lot of people has been reaching out. They're printing with us. They're reaching out to me for designs. They're reaching out to me for promotional advice or directions. So I do have that going on. Um, I'm fully involved with the STETHS Alumni Association. I always will be. Once there's an association, I will always be a part of it. If you want to join, STETHSchat.com. If you want to be a part of it. I also have my brand, so I am slowly promoting that one, getting it where it needs to be. If you want to purchase there, that is www.gofa.com. That's GOFAAH. And I do events too. So I have a group of friends that I, do events with them, separate from my personal event. So I have the Perfect Sunday wine and chill, and it's all an ambience of just friends and upliftment and just the high life kind of. Um, Bottle support is huge. It has a lot of potential. I was on one radio station and the guy said he wanted to sponsor a child, so that opens a platform for me where I can give people that doesn't want to be in the limelight, but they want to help. I could be the face for them, So Bottle support gives me a platform where I can. This will better explain it. I used to do sales, door to door sales. So I used to knock on people's door and ask them to sponsor kids in different countries. So basically, Bottle Support will do the same thing for Jamaica. So I will invite people to the event and I will give them the option to sponsor a child directly. They'll pay 120 and we'll pick a child and we'll pay their school fee because that's about what it costs in Jamaica to pay a child's school fee um, across the board. I don't think STETS is more expensive or less expensive than any other high school. It's just the same. So that's the kind of platform I'm developing. Um, and a lot of other things. I'm just someone that people feel like they can reach out to and just ask for help, whatever it is. And I'm definitely gonna try my best. If it's not stretching me too much because self is important too, and I think that's what works for me. I understand self. I know that I have to make me strong so I can be stronger for someone else. So once it's not stretching me too thin, then I'm definitely going to be there for whomever needs the help. So I got quite a few things going on. Everything is not clicking right now, but I just like to stay busy. I just like to always feel like I'm doing something, whatever it is. It does get overwhelming sometimes, but that's just human. I do better under pressure. If things is just easy, then I'm gonna get very laid back. But if it keeps me moving, keeps me on my feet, it relates to, being an athlete. It relates to being a cricketer or a soccer player or whatever sports you play. It keeps you on your feet. So I think soccer instead helped me to, want that surrounding for myself. So, this is what I developed for myself is just to be a source. I think that's the best way to put it, to be a source for others. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Wally. So guys, you just join in the middle of the broadcast. Just want you to know that at the head of the broadcast, we had the coach of St. Elizabeth Technical High, Mr. Omar Wedderburn. who have basically answered a few of the questions that we as spectators, followers of the States football team, die-hearted States fans. He addressed a few of the questions that we asked that everyone would basically want to hear. He has plan going forward. So you could go back to that part of it. So we started out on football. So Rambo was basically a special guest, but the night belongs to Mr. Walford Stewart, Wally B. And it all surrounded his journey and football and what he's doing entrepreneurial, the CEO of Gopher, and he explained the identity of the brand, which I really love the identity of the brand, the vision behind the brand. And I really love the fact that he's giving back, giving back to the school, giving back to other school, giving back to community, and as I said, the red carpet for everyone, everybody is special. And that is something that I really admire about you, Wally. Other than, as Cecil right to say, the man who always dressed to the latest and intact, put it that way. Man at the moment, all the time. So really give it up to you. But as I said, we started with football, we're gonna end with football, Wally. So given the fact that either you as a captain or the coach, but we start about that match against Monroe. We all know it's a tough thing to lose, and especially losing against Monroe.
Right.
So if you were either the captain or the coach, just look in the camera and just speak to those youths that would have just give their all out on that field. But at the end of the day, they just fell short. Your word to them, and then at the same time, some encouragement for the youths going forward after school.
It happens. It's life. Once upon a time, I used to say, you know, it's life. It is what it is. I used to be so indifferent about things, and it kind of helped me up until a point in my life that someone said the same thing back to me. I wanted something and I wasn't able to get it, and they said literally the same thing I always say. It's whatever. It's life, you know. But it's a reality check. Like things do happen, and you have to be prepared. I don't want to use any quotes or anything because I don't want to be cliche. I want to be as raw and as transparent as possible. Like stuff do happens, and it's not what happens to you that defines you. It's how you react to what happens. So I try to react before it happens. So common sense, everyone is smart. Stets versus Monroe, we can get a win or lose, right? We're not always going to win. So I'm saying this to the guys, we're not always going to win. Don't beat on yourself because it can also hinder your game. It can hinder your performance. You never know how it would affect another person mentally because we don't know who is strong and who is weak. And spectators can get very, very, as Kiki was saying, like very mean for games like those. So it happens. Now we just have to get up. We have to focus on the goal that's in front of us. And recently, I spoke to someone and I told him that um, we get upset and we get angry about things because our plate is full. So what we have to do is find something that we can get off our plate as soon as possible so we can make ourselves available for the things that are always going to be coming. And that's how I survive. That's how I get things done. If a lot of things are coming, I have to start getting off the easier stuff. Like those easier things that we keep them lingering, they eventually later they become a big deal. So we got to start brush those things off our plate. So it does happen. We lost to Munro. It's whatever. They're never gonna beat us again. The next team is never gonna beat us again. We're gonna win the Dakasta Cup. Whether we win it or not, that's the mindset. Because if that's not the mindset, then it better we don't play. Better we just quit from now. So our goal is to win the Dakasta Cup. I know that's Rambo's goal. I can speak for him. I know the individual very well. We know each other very well. We have long conversations over the phone with Oniki Samples, who is a coach at a university here in the United States. So I know he wants to win just as bad as the spectators want to win. So just to motivate everyone or just to share what works for me, things happen. When it happens, it's how you react that's really going to make a difference. We could use any example. I've get into car accidents where I wasn't at fault, but it's how I reacted out of that situation. Now I'm going to need a rental. Now I have to get to work. How I'm going to get to work. Now I got to deal with the cops. Now I got to deal with insurance. You have a lot more problems ahead of you versus the car accident. So if I linger on the accident, then I won't have the space to deal with the insurance company, the cops, getting a rental, going to work and performing as well as I should because I'm lingering on the accident that happened a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So that's just my 2 cents, and that's really what works for me. Is I have to make myself available for the next thing that's always going to happen because life always happens. With or without us, life continues.
With that said, Wally, I couldn't add much more to it, So I just say to the STETHS fans, followers, and especially to the youths who are definitely the one who have to go on the field on the
Right.
particular day.
Right.
We know all the pressure they have to absorb to really go out there. We know the after effect, especially after losing that particular game. But as
Right.
we say, it's a game and we're not out. We're in it and we're in it to win. So guess what? Going forward, we're gonna just use the positive energy from that. Take away all the positive. We already know where we went wrong. The
Right.
coach already know what
Well,
went down. Guess what? It is what it is. We and Monroe will always be a rivalry, and it's always gonna be a good game no matter what. So
right.
as I
Right.
said, it is expected any other team can win on that day. Or else you wouldn't have any spectator if them don't know the outcome. States and Monroe match is the biggest match in the entire schoolboy football, I say, inter-round. So definitely you can see the amount of eyes that's on that game.
Right.
And it's because of the level that the two school play at when it comes to that game. No school wanna lose that particular game. So we're not gonna beat up on our footballers in terms of what went down. All we wanna do is really to help pick them up. So
Right.
if you know any of these players, rather you give them a word of encouragement rather than bash them, how them lose against Monroe. It happened and things like that do happen in life. Many of us we have gone down to small obstacles sometimes. You really have to say how that happened, but it never happened again.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah,
want
man.
to see it that way.
Yeah, man. Just no focus on what's happening because it almost like it was meant to be. The result of the STETHS game, Monroe game, like it was written. We just found out about it.
All right. And as Tashana said here, just go for, go for the cup. We need it, and we need it back at States there. Just go for it, We are, guys have the support. Wally, just wanna say, man, big up yourself. Enough respect. Thank you for taking the time out to come on here. It's almost 2 hours, wrapping up 2 hours. But
Right?
in
Exactly.
Yeah, man. But in these 2 hours, there's so much that we can take away personally, that can add value to our lives, and also as an inspiration to others, whether they watch it tonight while we're on the program or later on. But guys, I would want you to just get it in the ears of every little youngster out there, every person that is goal oriented, you know, because Wally's story, it is such a journey, and really appreciate the things that you have been doing, Wally, and just continue along that path, Just let the work shine and speak volume for you, which you have been doing. And all of our guests, everyone that participated in tonight's program, everyone that comment, to the side on this program, we just want to say thank you guys for tuning in with us. Those of you guys who've been here from the beginning to the end, thumbs up, and just say, let's just continue to support each other. And as the program said, together we rise, building our nation. Make tomorrow better for somebody else.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Wally, final word is yours, boss. Take it away.
Yeah, man, just go for it. I don't wanna be I don't wanna cut it too short as a go for it, but literally that's what it is. Just
That
go
is,
for it, guys, you know, because everybody have goals and dream. Everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to be a loser, you know, but it starts with you and it ends with you. It has to be all about you, you know, so just start. Like that's the formula. Just start and never give up. Never give up. That's it.
that's it, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. See you another night, and together we rise, building our nation. All
Yeah,
right,
man.
peace
Okay.
out.
Thanks for having me, boss.